A very good morning to all my dear students of class 12. This is the fourth and the last class of the story, The Third Level by Jack Finney from your supplementary English reader book, Vistas. As I have told you students, today I will give you some questions and I hope you can write the answers of those questions. And I hope, as I have told you, you have read the chapter thoroughly. Before giving the questions, I will just once tell you the marks divisions of section C, literature section. Though all of you know, since this is the beginning of the year, I'm just telling it to you in a nutshell. Okay. So you will have two reference to the contexts. One is from the prose, one will be from the poetry. You will have 5 2 marks questions. 6 or 7 questions will be given. You have to choose any 5. Then you will have 2 long questions, 6 marks each. Options will be given. You have to choose any one and write. Done. And long questions you have to answer in 125 to 150 words. For today, for this chapter, the third level, I will give you some textual questions, okay, which I hope you can write yourselves, flat textual questions. And then I will discuss with you the NCERT questions that are given in page number 7 of your book, Reading with Insight, okay. So write down the textual questions that I am giving you. Write down the first one. How does Charlie, the narrator, describe the third level at Grand Central Station? Repeating question number 1. How does Charlie, the narrator, describe the third level at Grand Central Station? So, here you have to describe the third level of Grand Central Station. Since it is a 2 marks question, you will write accordingly. Okay. Next is, how did Charlie make sure that he was not in the present time? How did Charlie make sure that he was not in the present time? Here you have to write the incident where Charlie will find that the newspaper seller is selling a newspaper. The publication of that particular news group has been stopped long back, and he has seen all these newspapers in the library only. And when he will go closer, he will find the date is given of 1894. Okay, that incident you will write in your own words. Next you write question number 3. How did Charlie often get lost on the Grand Central Station? How did Charlie often get lost in the Grand Central Station? How did Charlie often get lost on the Grand Central Station? So here in this question you will write the description that Charlie himself has given, that this Grand Central Station, since it is a very old station and trains for all destination is available from here, there are many corridors, there are many doorways, and he has given the comparison also that the branches, as the trees are growing with different branches every day, this station also is growing due to the excessive population, and lot of people are availing trains from this station. The station is growing every day by day, like the branches of a tree. So that you will write. Okay. Next question number 4 you write, why did Charlie suspect that Sam had gone to Galesburg? Why did Charlie suspect that Sam has gone to Galesburg? So in this question, just as it is given in the story, that Charlie is very much a city boy. He has grown up in the city and he has a longing for going and enjoying the tranquility of village life, where the life is secured and peaceful. Okay. So as Sam is one of Charlie's friend, he knows Charlie Charlie knows Sam very well. So Charlie thought, since Sam is having a longing for the tranquility of and peaceful life, so he has gone there. Okay. So Sam wanted to go to Galesburg because he wanted to enjoy the solace of mind. As a city boy, since his childhood, he had never enjoyed that peace and solace of mind. Okay. Next question, question number 5 you write, how does Charlie describe Galesburg as it used to be in 1894? Here in page number 4, in the last paragraph in your book, the description according to according to Charlie's imagination, is there. How the station, how Galesburg was. So there the description that women are using the fan made of palm leaf, men are smoking cigar, and women are talking secretively, people are calling each other for enjoying lemonade. So this kind of peaceful life is described, okay, according to Charlie's imagination. So you will write this answer. Next, question number 6. What did Charlie learn about Sam from the stamp and the coin store? What did Charlie learn about Sam from the stamp and the coin store? What did Charlie learn? Charlie learned that Sam had gone to the coin store where he had exchanged the present currency $800, and he had exchanged all his $800 into the old currency of 19th century. With $800, Sam might have started his own grain business, which he wanted to start, but instead of doing that, he has changed the currency into 19th century currency, and he became sure that he had reached the place called Galesburg in Illinois. Okay. So, next question, question number 7. Why did the booking clerk refuse to accept the money? Why did the booking clerk refuse to accept the money? So, why did the booking clerk refuse to accept the money? Because the currency that Charlie was offering for buying 2 tickets was different from the currency that was used in the 3rd level. So, he refused to take that amount of money. Next, I will give you 2 or 3 long questions, okay? You just write the long questions. Here you have to give detailed description, okay? Detailed description you have to give. Question number 1. So 7 2 marks questions, textual 2 marks questions I have given you. Now you will write the long questions. First one you write, how did Charlie reach the 3rd level of Grand Central? How did Charlie reach the 3rd level of Grand Central? Next part of the question, how was it different from the other levels? How was it different from the other levels? How was it different from the other levels? Okay. So you have to give detailed description and you have to compare that how the 20th century Grand Station looked like and how was it different. Next question you write. Do you think next question, you write, what made Charlie believe that he was actually standing at the 3rd level? What made Charlie believe that he was actually standing at the 3rd level? What made Charlie believe that he was actually standing at the 3rd level? You have to write. Okay. What made Charlie believe? Here you have to write the series of incidents. On the newspaper incident you will write. And the most important point, when he found the locomotive and the engine and the everything, which was very much with the locomotive, it was very much evident that it's not 20th century. It's somewhere in the 1890s, in the 19th century. Okay. Now, another detailed description. What kind of people did Charlie see at the 3rd level? What kind of people did Charlie see at the 3rd level? You have to give the long description, the detailed description that is there in the story about the attire. Attire means the dress that the people at the 3rd level were wearing. The woman in a strange dress, and men with different sorts of mustaches and beards and all these things which were not that much visible in 20th century in the world from where Charlie belonged. So those things you have to write. Now I will come to page number 7 of your book Vistas, the reading with insight, this portion. Here there are many questions which I will discuss with you now. So the first question is, do you think that the third level was a medium of escape for Charlie? Why? Do you think that the third level was a medium of escape for Charlie, and why? Yes. Was it a medium of escape? What did I say? That as a representative of 20th century world, he wanted to get rid of the insecurity, worries, war, disease, all the problems of 20th century. So he wanted to find solace in the past. In the past, in the world, when the two world wars had not happened. So third level was an escape for Charlie. Why? So first you will write that third level was an escape for Charlie, and why? Because he wanted to go far away from the worries and problems, the insecurities of 20th century post World War scenario, post World War world situation. Okay, he just wanted to enjoy the tranquility, solace and peace of mind, like those people who were living before the world war, before the two world wars. Okay, for that only he, in his imagination, in his hallucination, brought the name of Galesburg and Illinois, and the year is mentioned very much, particularly 1894. Understood? Next question. What do you infer from Sam's letter to Charlie? What do you infer from Sam's letter to Charlie? What do you infer? So firstly, the letter is surrounded with a lot of mysteries, where the date of the letter is 1894. The letter is addressed on the cover, the envelope, it is addressed to Charlie's grandfather, and inside the letter the content is for Louisa and Charlie. So that was there. And what do you know? What do you infer? What do you think, that Sam had really reached there? Or in the last part of the previous day's class, I told you these are nothing but the imagination of Charlie himself. It is nothing. The letter from Sam after reaching the third level is an example of another hallucination for Charlie, where Charlie had experienced another hallucination and thought that Sam has reached. It's nothing but his product of imagination, where he thought that Sam had reached. And the letter is full of mysteries, the dates and all. So this may be another hallucination. What do you infer? That this is nothing but Charlie's creation of mind. Okay, a product of Charlie's imagination. Understood? So question number 3. The modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry and stress. What are the ways in which we can attempt to overcome them? What are the ways, students? So naturally, the way Charlie had tried to overcome by becoming an escapist, by resorting into the past, by having hallucination, it's not the right way. We cannot escape a situation. Now, what we can do, we can handle the situation with peace and tranquility of mind. We can, for that, we can enjoy the skills that we are having. We can read good books, listen to music, we can see within ourselves, we can delve deep within ourselves, the inherent qualities that we are having. So, escaping from the situation is not the way out. Okay. Next question is, it's the question number 3, that what are the way to, how can you attempt? We can attempt. That what are the ways in which we attempt to overcome them? So this is a sort of value-based question. Okay. So how can we overcome? We can exercise exercise how to become calm in problematic situations, how to keep calm, how to concentrate more and more, how to have more and more willpower and confidence to overcome any situation. That is the way, because problems will come. No such situation is there in our lives, in the whole world, where we can escape something. So we have to face the situation. For that, we need to have willpower and confidence. We need to exercise within ourselves. Exercise not means the workout, the physical workout. We need to concentrate more and more. We need to contemplate. We need to meditate. We need to think. We cannot escape a situation. That is not the right way. We always have to face the situation. Maybe we will fail, doesn't matter. We will learn from our failure, but we cannot escape the situation. Next, do you see an intersection of time and space in the story? Yes, there is an intersection of time and space in the story. Louisa and Charlie lives in the present world. There are two levels. The third level, which Charles thinks is the gateway to the past from where he can escape. And he claims to have experienced that world of 1894 and all. So that is the intersection, both the world, 19th century, 20th century. Simultaneously, in the psyche of Charlie, both the worlds are presented. So that is the intersection of time and space. The spatial time is 20th century. And the psychological time for sometimes Charlie is of 18th century, 1890s. So there lies the intersection, okay? So Charlie claims to have dwelt in both the world. First at the third level for a very small period of time, but he experienced. So there lies the intersection in the story, okay, which is presented in the form of hallucination. Now, apparent illogicality sometimes turns up to be futuristic projection. This question is, you need to understand, okay, this is a technical question. Apparent illogicality sometimes turns out to be futuristic projection, means which we think that is impossible. When the Wright brothers have thought of flying an aeroplane, people thought what rubbish they are telling. Human beings cannot fly, but they made it possible. So this is apparent illogicality, means presently we are thinking something to be 50 years back or 100 years back, people never thought of robots doing so many things. So that was apparent illogicality for the people of the present generation. Maybe that has a futuristic projection. Maybe in the story, the time travel, the theme that is dealt the writer has dealt with the theme. Maybe time travel will be possible some days. So that is the thing which you have to write in your own words. Understood? So what is apparent illogicality? Which we think is not possible. And what is futuristic projection? Which may become possible in future. That is the futuristic projection. Then philately helps to keep the past alive. Discuss other ways in which this is done. What do you think of human tendency to constantly move between past, present and the future? So this is a very important question. Just keep it in your mind. Philately means stamp collection. This word you need to know. This is a Greek word which meant something different. In the year 1864, a stamp collector had coined this word in French. So from there only the word is used. That is called philately. Yes, philately is a way which gives us a glimpse of present, past and future. I have to go faster because there is a time span of our video. You have read Adventure by Jayant Narlikar in Hornbill Class 11. Compare the interweaving fantasy and reality of the two stories. So Adventure, where Gaitonde tells he also experienced the past and he lived the past. He says that he has lived there. So the difference between these two he will write. And tomorrow I will come with another grammar class, and today I have discussed all the questions from NCERT and given you some inside questions also. So tomorrow see you with grammar class, okay?